Sterlite Technologies has bagged a big order to an extent of around 1,500 crore. To know more about and give us the more details about this order is the Group CFO. Hello and welcome to BloombergQuint, sir. Hi, this is Nikki. Mr. Jindal, can you tell us more about this order that you've bagged? And also, if you could provide us with the margins that we can expect with this order win.
Sure. The orders we are talking about, these are the total orders of about 1,500 crores which we have received from multiple customers across various geographies, including in India and outside India. So this is the kind of total orders which we have received in last 6 or 7 weeks. And that's what we just wanted to communicate to our investors for the benefit. That company continues to do well in progressing towards building the order book towards delivery of a very strong FY21. And these orders comprise all sorts of offerings which we have started delivering to our customers, more towards integrated offerings. And particularly, we are also having good mix of optical fiber solutions and the networks integration services which we are offering, including good visibility and traction we are getting on data center solutions.
These orders that you've backed cumulatively to an extent of 1,500 crore, they range from optical fiber and network services, as you've just suggested. But could you quantify the big win from each of these segments, and also what sort of margins can be expected from these orders?
So in terms of the mix, as I said, that these are various customers from international geographies as well, particularly from Europe, Southeast Asia, Middle East and Africa. And we have some orders from some of the large telco operators in India as well. And as far as the margin goes, it is in line with what we have been delivering in our services business. For example, we are currently at about 15%. And the optical fiber and connectivity solution business, we are currently operating at about 22%. So I would say that broadly in line with what we have been doing, and our efforts are to holistically build the larger order book so that when we close the current financial year, we can provide great visibility for the strong growth, sustainable growth, not just for FY21, but years beyond that.
All right, talk about your order book in that case, because 54% of your order book overall comes from network service. With this win, what does your order book looks like?
Yes, with these total wins and with the revenue which we have already secured in the current quarter, I would say we are just short of 10,000 crore currently, but we are building, we are trying to build order book which can cross 10,000 crore by the time we finish the March quarter and the current financial year as well. So we are still not there, but we are very confident that we can cross that number hopefully in next 45 days or so.
All right, Mr. Jindal, can you tell us about your capacity utilization right now for optical fiber? Because that number had come down in Q3 to 76% from 100% in Q2. What can be expected now in this quarter?
Yeah, so we are looking at getting back to about 90-95% of the existing or the old capacity of 30 million which we had. The new capacity is still currently unutilized, but we are looking at getting a better utilization rate for that maybe from next year onwards. In terms of Q1 or Q2, the timing we are still looking at, but I would say that we are having a positive uptick in terms of volume in the current quarter itself as compared to Q3, and that would give us a better utilization of the existing capacity.
I was just going to come on to that, what's the kind of volume growth that we can expect in Q4, and also if you could lay out the CAPEX plans that you have for 2020.
In terms of volume growth, I would say it will be good, because in terms of Q3 to Q4, it will be better, because Q3 was abnormally low as compared to what we have been delivering. And as I said, at 90% of the old 30 million capacity, we would deliver maybe 10 to 15% growth in volume as compared to last quarter. As far as the CAPEX plans are concerned, we have no fresh commitment of CAPEX because we have largely done all mega CAPEX which we had planned. The 30 million to 50 million CAPEX is broadly done. In cable side, we are increasing capacity from 18 million to 33 million, which will be done by June 2020. With that, the capex cycle will be complete. In terms of cash flow, definitely some part will get in FY21, which we are working out, and it will be communicated in some time.
Sure. Just the last question that I have in terms of margins, overall margins, because FY19 we saw margins of around 21, 22% so far, and for the 9 months also you've delivered those kind of margins. By the close of the financial year, can we look at the figure, which is around 25% or a little northward to that?
So I think for Q4 and for the full year, we are still looking at, for full year FY20, we are looking at margin to be in the range of about 20%, which has been the current range. As we are looking at more and more revenues coming in from our integrated offerings, integrated service play, which has a relatively lower margin, but it provides absolute high EBITDA growth. We are going to see this kind of margin range. 18 to 20%. Currently for FY20, we are looking at full year to be closer to 20%.
All right, so we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking to BloombergQuint.
Thank you.